Welcome back to Corporate Girl Talks. Today's video is all about CV and resume, which is a first step for every international students to secure a job. Let's discuss why CV is important, what it's going to make such a difference on looking out for roles, and why do I need it? What are the things I need to add into the CV? We are going to discuss that. Me working in the recruitment side for 2 years now, I have come across some important points which I feel that it would be essential for all the international students to find that first job role. So, speaking of CV is an impression of yourself within a page or two. So, you just describe your work experience about yourself, what are your qualifications, and things like that. I can hear many international student voices mentioning that I have not got any prior experience. What do you want me to write it down on my CV? How can you tweak my CV? How can you make it outstanding? We are going to just discuss all those things simultaneously one by one. So stay tuned. Let's just get into our video. CV is something which is very important in job search. It makes you outstanding among all the other candidates. You have to make your CV a one-pager CV. Maximum it can be 2 pages, but I would recommend a one-page CV is more than enough. Recruiter is just gonna have 6 to 7 seconds through your CV to see if you are very good candidate for that specific job. Let's just discuss what are the things you can mention in your CV. Let's just consider me as an example. I came to the UK with prior work experience of just 6 to 8 months. I finished my undergraduate and I worked there for 6 months back home in India, and straight away I came to UK. So job search is something which is very important. Most of the people, they want to gain relevant skills, experience which is required for them to get into their exact role or a graduate role. For example, you should have a clear email address, you should have your full name, you should have your contact details along with your LinkedIn link on your CV. These are very important first step. And you should write a compelling professional summary. Professional summary is something that, for example, if you are looking for a specific job, let's say if you are looking for a customer service role, just mention that you are an enthusiastic candidate who's looking for a customer service job role. You have got a very good communication skills and you have excelled in specific softwares like ATS, things like that. So having a clear and ATS proof professional summary is very important. Try to add keywords wherever you find space. It might be on your work experience, it can be your internship experience. Just write everything down. So people who do not have any work experience, try to think about one. Like, it doesn't need to be a proper work experience. It can be a website which you have developed for your friends, or any group projects which you have worked priorly on your undergraduate program, or even during your project sessions in your higher secondary or school, things like that. I would say all experiences are valued, all your transferable skills are valued. Let's just think that each one who has started their first job has not got any prior experience. So if you need to secure a job, you need to think wisely to make you outstanding, to make you feel that, oh, you are the candidate that they are looking for. And if you follow all these steps on your CV, it's gonna definitely make a difference. So I'll just try my best to mention things here and there on the screen while editing, but if I can't, please don't judge me. I'll try my best. So you have to have a very clear professional summary. You need to mention your educational qualifications. You need to also mention your professional work experiences. I started my career as care worker. I moved to customer service role, and I also worked as service coordinator for a charity, and I moved myself to financial banking institution as associate recruiter, and now I work for a financial sector banking field, and I work as a case manager now, which is onboarding side of it. So I would say experience matters, titles doesn't matter here. Career change happens very tremendously here. You can get into tech. They just look out for that specific thing, that you are emotionally understanding things which is happening around you. So if you're a people person, you're good to go. If you have enough transferable skills that is required, good. If you can work within a team, good, you're a good fit for the role. And if you have a very good communication and you can explain things clearly, or if you can solve a problem, good. I think most of these qualities are within us, which we have to explore then and there. For example, if you ask me what skills you can describe as a care worker, how would this transferable skills would help, I can definitely explain this clearly. So as a care worker, you will monitor clients' medical chart. You will be helping them with their day-to-day tasks. You'll be communicating with them. You'll understand what their needs are. If you find something is not happening properly, you'll find a problem, and you will find a solution for that specific problem. See, so you have got problem-solving skills, good communication skills, organizing skills where you look after the medical charts and stuff. So there are so many numerous things. For example, I haven't got no clue when I moved to UK, when I wanted to secure my first part-time. So I would say just try, don't give up. And I used to work as a waitress as well. So when you work as a waitress, it's a very, you will have a huge transferable skills where you have a very good client communication. You'll build relationship. You'll have relationship building skills, obviously. You will look after all the financial side of billing things. So you should have a good memory to put everything towards their bill. So it's just their compute, you have a computing knowledge. So there are tremendous skills on the work which you do each day. I would say always try to describe your transferable skills, try to include your internship opportunities, try to include your project experiences, which is very important. And if you have done any freelancing stuff, you can mention those. So I would say these are the important tips which is required. Make a CV a one pager. As I mentioned before, recruiters are not gonna see your CV for a very long time. It's just extremely, it's gonna be 7 to 8 seconds, and you need to provide them an impression that you're very good fit for the candidate. Another tip is that you need to tweak your CV again and again for different job roles. You cannot just use simple one CV for everything. That's not going to work. Just sit down, have a go through on your job description, look at your CV, just check if all the keywords in the job description are placed in your CV, because most of the CVs are not scanned by recruiters personally. They have a software called application tracking system, which is going to track your CV through the keywords from the job description. So it is very important for you to create a different CV to apply for different job roles. And so why CV is important? Why do I need that? For example, uh, most of the recruiters will have no knowledge about who you are. Would you be fit for that specific role? Will this candidate be okay? So they do not have any personal impression about you. The CV is a very good one pager impression of will you be the candidate for them. If they find that you have relevant transferable skills, I can promise you that recruiters will help you to get through the interview. You can ask them as many questions as you want before your interview. They'll prepare you for interview. They'll let you know what all the questions you'll be having for that specific job. So it is very important. Always have, I would say, 2 to 3 CVs for different job roles. If you are concentrating for project manager roles, just have a single pager CV with project management relevant role keywords in it, which is definitely going to help. And extracurricular activities, you can include all your blogging, if you're an influencer, if you read books, if you love to travel. All those skills really matters. And if you speak more than 2 3 languages, multilingual people are very closely seen for customer service roles because they need people who can speak more than one language. So that is an advantage. And if you have done any certifications on core certifications or courses for that specific role, for example, if you're applying for HR courses, CIPD qualification is highly valued. If you are applying for project manager role, PMP or Prince 2 certifications are very valued, so you can just mention those certifications there. Apart from that, I would say if you have any leadership experiences of like for example, I have involved myself in societies during my undergraduate program and also during my postgraduate program. I was the Women in Barriers vice president, and I was the member of Student Women Society. So all these things has helped me a lot to make my CV an outstanding one. So just check for those CVs. No job is a less or no job is a very good job. It's like job is a job, but we should make that effort to stand out among the crowd. I know it's highly competitive. There has been so many people applying for the same specific job role. Recruiters are saying 100 plus CVs, 1000 plus CVs for relevant specific roles. I would say just don't feel that your CV is not getting shortlisted. I would say work on things that you really need to get better. If you like me to review your CV, kindly email me with your CV. I can book an one on one and we can just sit and work it out together. So that's not going to be an issue. And I would also say that CV is the first step. If you make that work for you, then CV will do the rest of the work, and we will see the next parts, which is very essential to secure a job. I would also give you a small PDF on the important pointers that is required for you to create a CV. So I'll just try and link it down below where it can be downloadable. Yeah, I guess I have mentioned everything. If you like this video, please like, share, and comment in the video. And yeah, let's just meet again with a more useful content. Stay tuned and please subscribe Corporate Girl Talks.